Welcome to my channel, Global Effect 1969. What I got for you today is the Eagle Weed Eater. Get this shirt out of the way right quick. It's got some string in the head already, but it does also bring some extra string with it that you can put on there, which I'll be showing you how to do that probably in a different video. This right here, I'm just going to show you the setup. This is the weed eater right here. It's already been used, so I'm just showing you how to get it all going together the right way and everything. So it comes in a box like this. It comes in a box. It brings the guard with the 2 bolts. Brings your handle with attachments for it, and then brings you an attachment to put a strap on it so you can carry it with you. So I'm going to be showing you how to get this put together. This video right here is on the weed eater, but I'm also going to show you on this product right here. There's a power converter right here that can actually charge your unit. You can run stuff off it, got a light, and of course it runs off the battery that you can charge up and stuff. You can use the same battery as the weed eater that this shows about right here, but check it out. The video coming up on that pretty soon here. You'll like it. Easy go for 100 watt. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way right quick. Let me give you a close-up view right quick. Repeat again here, Eagle Weed Eater. Anyway, this right here with this, you can hang a strap. This is the handle, of course. This is the guard that goes right here. I'm going to back it up right here and show you how to get it put on. First, we're going to open it up. Get it opened up like that. There we go. After we got it opened up, it brings the little Allen bolt right here, which we're going to put in there. So you put it in there, make sure you just line it up. A little bit tricky there, you just line it up like that. And then you get it in, screw it in there. I'm using the Allen wrench right here. Once we open it up, we're going to put the Allen screw in there and use the 4mm Allen wrench that comes with it, but I'm using my own Allen wrench right here. Let me give you a close-up view of putting it on. There's the Allen bolt that came with it, the 4mm Allen bolt. I'm going to lay it on the side right here. You can see me start it up. All you got to do is make sure when you put this, make sure it's wide all the way open. I mean, closed completely. Look in the hole if you have to. Make sure it's lined up. You can start your screw. Make sure it catches the thread. Don't just start putting it in there and then strip it. Once you got it in there, go ahead and tighten it up. People can use it, take it apart and fold it if they want, but once you put it together, I say just leave it on there. Don't be taking it apart over and over and over, and just let it be, man. You got it going, it's going. Tighten it up a little bit. That's tight enough. We don't want to break it. So now we got that on. Now you got a full weed eater right here, ready to go. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me show you one thing right quick here. Okay, while I'm putting it together, I'm going to go ahead and put the battery in charger. This is the Eagle battery charger right there, 56 volt. This is the battery charger that came with it. I'll give you some more info on that probably on a different video. Right now I do want to put it to charge to give you a go on it. Basically, all you do is slip it in there. Level it out, slip it in there, and it's charging. It's already been charged for a little bit. Right now, I'm going for a charge. Well, that's charging. Let me move this to the back right here. Blinking right there, it's already fully charged. I had it charging earlier, but I wanted to show you while you're setting it up, you can go ahead and put it in a charger. I'm gonna go ahead and move the charger to the side. and we'll finish setting up the weed eater. What we want to do next, I guess we can go ahead and put the guard on. And the guard brings 2 screws. Basically, you're going to put it right here. You're going to flip this upside down right here. You're going to screw it down like that. That's all you're going to do right there. And let me bring you a close-up view on that. Okay, now here we go. It's going to screw onto these right here. 1, 2. Like I said, you put this in there like that. Basically, it's pretty easy to do. You're going to put that on there and set it up straight like that. Make sure you line it up down here. Once you got it in there, you're going to screw it in there. That simple you go, man. Twist it all up. You want to screw them in there kind of evenly. Go ahead and do that. That's normally what I do with everything I use. I screw them in there evenly like that, and instead of all I want at one time. That way I can make sure everything's seated evenly. That's what you want to do. Once you put this guard on, you don't have to be removing it no more. And you have it on there pretty good. So you want to give it a quick little tightening up. Remember, you don't want to strip it, so don't overdo it. You can literally just do it by hand like that, kind of tight. There, the guard's ready to go. It's on there. And that's basically it. We screwed on these 2 right there. And it's ready. Ready to rock and roll, man. Ready to rock and roll. At least that part is. Now that we got the guard on, and we got this set where it's supposed to be, we're good to go right there. Now this is a strap holder. You can go ahead and put the strap holder on. Just unscrew it right here. And it pops open like that. And then you're just going to place it just right here like that. And then screw it in. It's that simple. And this right here is for the strap, like I said. You can just put it in like that. Put it in there. That easy. It already comes with the bolt right there. The built-in bolt in there that's already in there for you. So just so you can see. And basically, you're just going to put it down like that. Close it. Close it like that, right over there. So you can put the strap on there. So let me give you a view down here. Put something over there to sit up the head so you can see a little bit. Okay, once you put it on there like I told you, just come there like that. Close it, make sure you're all even. See it's closed all the way. Now wherever you're going to want the strap at, it's up to you, but just tighten this up right here. I don't got the strap right now, but I'll show you. I got a strap for my steel weed eater, and I'll show you that. See, that's already on right there. See? Now you can put a strap later, so you can have a strap when you're right there cleaning and working. Next, we're going to put on the handle. The handle you want facing up like this. Once you get the handle put on, you're going to slide this on. The curve with a curve to hit that. Slide it on like that underneath. Once you get that put on, you want to put your little trigger handle right here. This is going to go on this side so it can come down like that. I'll leave it like that so you know. And of course this is going to be on the bottom, which is going to catch it. So basically, in case you get confused, this is going to go in like that. This you're going to put it in right here. And then this is going to come on this side. And you're going to have it facing up like that. See? That way you can hold it. You can loosen it when you have to, whatever. All right, let's get it put on right quick. Like I said, we're going to drop it in there. You're going to want to like wiggle it in there. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Just kind of go in, kind of slant it like this. It'll go in there easier. Once you got it in there, there you go. You're ready right there. Well, of course, you're not ready to weed eat yet, but once you got that in there, go ahead and slide this piece in. Right here at the bottom, make sure you put the curve facing the curve. So you got that in there. Once you got that in there, we'll turn it this way. I'm turning this way so you can see. You're going to stick this in there. And just push it on through till it comes out on the other side right there. Once it comes out on the other side, go ahead and get your nut right there, wing nut. Right there. And then you can adjust the handle where you're going to want it right there. Exactly where you want it at. If you want it right there, just put it there. Flip it back over. Tighten it up. Right there's a little off for me. Just give it a loosen up a hair. Twist it to where you want it. Now I can tighten it up right there exactly where I want it. Almost left this out, but I come back to do it. This handle is also adjustable. Once you got it tightened up wherever you got to get it, you got this clip right here. You pop it open like that, you can slide the handle up. Further up, so when you're weed eating, or you can just bring it down some more. Just slide it down. Wherever you want it, you just clip it. Really, we're ready to go. Everything's ready to go right there. It's put on. You got the weed eater string on there. Of course, it's been used already. But I just took it all back apart and just to show you how to put it together. It's already been tested. It runs good. Right here, you got a lever right here. You can pull this lever up. You can extend it and make it smaller. It ain't much, but it's enough. Like if it's a shorter person running it, they can put it there, clamp it there, and then they can weed eat. Weed eat. If it's like a taller person, just open it back up, stretch it back out, clamp it back right there, and you clamp and you're ready to go. Of course, after you got the battery on there. So this is the battery. The battery's big, man, but it ain't really that heavy. It's no different from the regular weed eater with gas. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I really probably prefer to use the gas weed eater over electric weed eater anytime. But these are pretty good weed eaters, I ain't gonna lie. They seem to work pretty good. I'm gonna put the battery on there. And then we'll come, after I put the battery on there, I'll give you a little bit of explanation about the head right here. It's an auto feed head. It's called line IQ because it auto feeds the cells. When the line gets smaller, it actually clicks some more. And then you got this button right here. This, when you got the battery on it and you push this button in like that, activates the motor and actually feeds the string in. Like if you're putting new string in there, you just measure out the string and then half and half. You push this. And this ain't gonna spin. It's a little motor in there that's gonna spin. It's actually gonna, you don't gotta worry about like, some people at first they worry like what happens if they start spinning it in, they think it's gonna spin like a regular weed eater and you're gonna hit you trying to go in. No, you're gonna push it in, this is gonna stay still on the outside. The inside motor is gonna turn and suck in the line. Anyway, let me get this battery put on. Flip it upside down and give you a better look. It's not hard to put on. You're actually just gonna slide it in. You see this cavity right here? When you flip it over, you're just gonna slide it right in like that. Slide it in like that, and you're ready to go. There you go, it's in already. That's pretty good, huh? So when you flip it upside down like this, your weed eater is ready right there. That's the market fixing to close in 20 minutes. Yeah, I should be out there making money on the stock market there, but I'm making this video to help you out instead. So give me a thumbs up and a like, leave me a comment or something, get the system going there. All right, let me show you. I'll take care of the market later. Anyway, it's all set up, ready to go. Let me give you a view of where I just put the battery. So here the battery is already on. To get it running, you just pull the trigger. You got this right here, like a safety device. There you go. Let me give you that over here. Push this in, this little safety device you got, push it in, pull the trigger. Not bad, not bad. You got 2 speeds right here. You can click it. So they'll give you 1 speed. That's low speed right there. Click it twice. That's high speed. Let me bring it up here so you can see the speed on it. Right here's the speed, like I'm saying. That's on high speed right there. You click it again, you take it to low speed. And of course, you just pull the trigger to get it to run. High speed when both lights are lit. Low speed when only one light's lit. Now I'm gonna go out there and try to weed eat a little bit by the wall. I'll check that stock market out later here and put this away. This is basically ready to run. String I'm not gonna put in. There's already got string in there. Like I said, the speed right there, you click it. I don't know if you can see it from that far away. That's low speed right there. Let me give you one more look. Down. That's it right there. Okay, now we're gonna go to high speed. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference. That's why I'm doing both so y'all can see. That's high speed right there. Now I notice a string over here. I want to drop this, man. They're not cheap. Now I notice the string right here. It's kind of low. It's supposed to automatically pop out by itself. So I'm gonna go weed eat. I'm gonna go weed eat a little bit right there, and we'll see if the string pops out. If not, maybe it's tangled. Now I'll untangle it and we'll do where it pops out by itself. Okay, I'm back. What I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna run it at high speed. I'm gonna weed it right here. I'm gonna see that string popped out. Because you see it's kind of short right there. It's supposed to pop out on its own. Whatever you do, don't try to stop and grab it with your hand, because that's a no-no. So right there we got the string. It didn't pop out, so I'm wondering if it's jammed up in there. It seemed to be tangled up in there. Oh yeah. Let me show you what's going on here, man. They borrowed me this weed eater to do this review, and I guess when they ran out of string, they didn't notice. That's why the string ain't coming out. They got 2 different strings in there. There's a green one, and here's the orange one all tangled up in there. And it's actually kind of like crumbling up this stuff right here. I was wondering why it wasn't shooting out on its own. So we'll just get it all pulled out. Yeah, it's kind of lucky they let me borrow it, because they probably wouldn't know that there's a green string in there. And it was actually jamming up the head and getting it all stuck in there. Now I'm put the head back on. I'm surprised either they didn't realize that green string was still in there. They thought it was completely out when they put the new string in there. Because that orange string is in there, and that's supposed to be the one that comes with it. But the green string was in there stuck in the head with it. That's why the string wasn't coming out. That's kind of weird. So there was a green string in there. I guess I'll have to ask the person about that. So let me make a review on this if they used the green string on there. Or if it came with the green string at first. So there it is right there. I guess we can do the test right here on putting on the weed eater string, even though it's all tangled up because it was all jammed up in there. Of course, there's only a little bit in there. A lot of time when you go like that through some stuff, you can straighten the string back out. Yeah, that's a lot better than what it was, man. It was all like twisted and tangled up, man. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of weird, man. Anyway, all you're supposed to have to do is put the string in there, feed it in there. It don't say like a certain way. Of course, let me straighten this out. Of course, this string's all mangled up and crooked because that green string that's in there actually looks a lot thicker than this one. So I'm gonna put the string in there. See it wanting to come out, but like it's all mangled up. Let me straighten it out a little bit more, the string, make it straight. Stick it in one hole, push, and it comes out right there. There you go. Once it comes out, all you want to do is even it. Of course, this ain't as long as it's supposed to be, but just for the video I'm doing, what string was already in there besides the other string that's already mixed in there. So now we could try there's this button right here. You're supposed to be able to pull that button and it automatically sucks the string in there by itself when you push it. Let's see. That's pretty cool. See that it went in there. Alright, so lucky they let me use it because they might have messed it up, not knowing that there was still some green string in there. And that green string was tangled up with that orange string in there. And it's hot out here. I'm in Texas right here, so I'm like already sweating like crazy. But that green string was in there, and that's why no string was coming out. I was wondering why no string was coming out. They say the string's supposed to come out on its own. But that's why the string wasn't coming out. I guess they thought it ran out. Or that's part of the string, because it's like orange on this string attached to it. Maybe it was like, I just find it weird. There's the orange string like right on there. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. See, it looked like orange string is attached on there, and that got jammed up together in there. But somehow that's orange string with the green string that was right there at the bottom that was jamming up in there. But this was broken like it's one piece. And then tangled with the orange string that was in there as another piece. So now that I figured out the problem here, where the string wasn't popping out, because I was like, it's supposed to be auto feed and the string's supposed to come out. I wanted to test it out. I've never used one like that. And of course I'd rather be able to bump my own string, let it come out whenever I want, but this is kind of weird because I was like, if the string ain't coming out, there was like two separate strings in there. Now let's see what we got here. Turn it on. I got it on 2. Oh, you can hear it now. It sounds like that string on there. Let's check it out. That's working out pretty good. Go back when we were talking about the string here. Let's see. He's a little short there. We'll see if it pops out on its own. Of course, I hit this and probably cut it a little bit. It's supposed to pop on its own as we're going. So I'm going to take it up high grass over there, and I'll take it up front and we'll see what it does there. We'll see if the string pops out on its own. The strap ain't there, so it's a little bit different, man. I like having a strap. I got my neighbor here. He don't like doing his yard. That's super big there, but I'm not gonna mess with his yard. I don't want him mad, but I am gonna cut over here. This is city, county part right here. What I'm gonna try it out right here on some of this high grass, see how it works out. Yeah, I got that little section there. The string does seem to be popping out little by little, otherwise it would have been gone already, because this is some pretty high grass right here. It's like super high. So it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, nothing compared to the steel weed eater I got that's gas. I mean, that thing would chop this up like crazy already. But it works pretty good for an electric weed eater. I'm gonna give you a little bit of chopping there. See, the string is coming out on its own, so that's working out pretty good. It's coming out. I'm gonna give you a little bit more chopping. I'm not gonna do much. I'm just like, doing, see what this weed eater can do right here. And I'm probably gonna go a little bit to that pole, a little bit right there. Basically, that's about it. And then give you some review on some other stuff. Not having the strap to carry, that's kind of a takeaway. I do want the strap. I need to put it on there because especially if you're doing high grass like this. Now, I think this will work perfectly if you're doing like regular sized grass, but like this overgrown grass that's about what, 4 feet, 5 feet high. And this is the real thick stuff, you know. This is basically weed. So it's pretty hard to cut. But it's cutting it down. Let me get up over here, man. I always forget the safety. I don't like the safety lock here, but switch in. Cool. surprised me because it's doing pretty good. I mean, this is pretty thick. And like a lot of it lays over, and it still cut quite a bit on it. As you can see, this was pretty high. Now you can see this. You can see the electric pole. But right here is like pretty thick, even there. So once laid down, they ain't cut. And of course, all this was already cut. Before you couldn't see all this, now you can see it, which is good because look, if I were to come over here with a high grass by accident and turning it backing up or something, I might have hit it without even knowing it was there. The grass is so high. And the reason I don't cut this no more is because I was cutting over there and called the cops on me saying I was messing with his yard, cutting his yard and stuff, but he just let it grow all big. He should be getting a fine pretty soon here or something. That's crazy. I'm lucky nobody hit it and broke it. Did he come by and cut? The county, I should say, they come by and cut them and cut a little strip right here. I'll show you. See, they cut that strip there, but they didn't even do that good of a job. Look at that. Because then when you go over there, there's stumps and everything they got in that yard. So you see this right here. Weed it down real quick. Can you imagine going by on the mower there and not knowing that that's there? That's the old telephone post or electric post, you want to call it, that they had sitting here. This is actually a new one they put up not too long ago. And they cut the other one off and they put that one there. But if you can see right here, you can see right there, that's how thick that grass is, man. You can see right there, that's how thick that grass is. Well, high and thick it was because as I'm cutting it, I'm trying to cut it down low, but it's taking a lot of work. Look at that. Right. Go back here. Alright, so as you can see, this did pretty good cut. I actually thought it was pretty good little machine here. That's the basic, just how to use it and stuff. I'll give you some more information on it. I'll charge the battery and so on. But it actually worked out pretty good. I like it. I wouldn't trade over a gas mower though, a gas weed eater. Especially with something like this. And it's a little bit hard tack nowhere as powerful as the gas weed eater. At least the steel weed eater I got. But it does a pretty good job. I liked it. Pretty windy out here, but let me give you a quick look at what I did right here. That's crazy, man. It actually cuts pretty good for electric weed eater. I didn't think it'd be that great. I'm not an electric weed eater kind of guy. Actually not bad, it's pretty good. And the head's all dirty. I had just cleaned it all up to make this video. It's actually a pretty good weed eater, man. I like it. It's a lot quieter. I mean, I still recommend you wear hearing protection. Definitely wear safety glasses or something. Don't never weed eat without safety glasses. So that concludes this video for today. At least for this video. And you got to see the string feed in on its own, which I was actually going to do on another video, but I will do a video on that separate itself. So that was pretty good. I liked it. I was surprised that weed eater string was tangled up in there like that, because it was like, I don't know if he changed it out before, but I know they come with orange string, and that's what was in there, orange jammed up with some green string. So I don't know where the green string came from. There was green string in there before, and he had that in there. But like I said, at the end of that orange, it looked like it was mixed together with that green, like it tore apart or something. I don't understand what's going on there. I'll ask him to see if he had used a different kind of weed eater string there. And if he had some green one in there first, because that was mixed in there, and that's why it wasn't coming out on its own. And I was like, we should be able to come out on its own. So I opened it up, and when I opened it up, I seen it was tangled up with two pieces of string. Some green string was jammed up further in there, and then the orange string was right in front of it. And it was like that. And I'm assuming it might have come that way, unless he's changed it out, because he actually, when he brought the weed eater to me, he actually brought it with the extra string that it comes with. So that tells me he hasn't used the extra string. So I don't know if that came in there mixed like that, messed up or what, but anyway, I got it going. In case later he ran into that, or maybe he was wondering why the string wasn't coming out of himself when he was using it. But he let me use this to make a review on it, so I appreciate it. I did this to help y'all, not me, because I got my steel weed eater. Like I said, I got my steel weed eater, gas weed eater, and I like this one. This one, the FS56RC. I got some videos on this weed eater, and this is what I was saying, that I need the strap. I would love to have the strap when I'm weed eating with this one, with that other one too. I think he said it brought a strap, and he just left it at the house, not sure. But with a strap, when you're weed eating, it's like really you're not doing the work. I mean, you're just like walking around, it's cutting, but you're gonna be swinging it around, but on the ground cutting. But it's so easy because there's no weight on you. Like this one right here is lighter. It's definitely lighter than this one, but it still feels like work because I didn't have the strap. And I'm sitting there holding it up like that, weed eating and stuff. So the strap helps a lot. Anyway, I got some videos on there on the FS56 RC weed eater. This is a steel weed eater. This is a good weed eater right here. Of course, I did like that one right there, the electric one. It's a lot quieter. And I kind of prefer the noise. I'm old school. I like to know people I'm working out here. Oh, I'm bobbing it up, making all kinds of noise. But that's a pretty nice little weed eater right there. I won't lie, this Ego weed eater right here, it's nice. It runs pretty good, man. I like it. Anyway, over and out. And see, it's still got a battery on it. Like I gotta get used to this trigger though. I'm not used to where the trigger locks when you go to try to pull it. That part I don't like. That's a takeaway for me. And there you go right there. And of course, like I said, that's way quieter than the electric weed eater I got. I mean the gas weed eater I got. But this is nice, man. Let me take a look at the battery. Because as you've seen, I only did a little bit of cutting. And the battery was at full. So let's see about how much battery we ended up using there. Not bad. There's only a little bit there. Get that out of the sun there. We still got 3 bars to go. And that's the charger right there, Ego. I'll call it Ego, I don't really know what it's called, but there's the charger right there. And of course, it's got your stuff right there when you light it up. I guess some good advice I can give you on the battery. So the advice I wanted to give you on the battery, always run the bar like this shows, right now it shows about, the battery shows about 3 bars when I showed you right now. It's on 3 bars. If you're not using the weed eater much, the best thing to do is have it between 2.5 to 3 bars. Not completely empty. You do not want it completely empty because if you're storing it for a long time, you're not using it. You let it sit, and you got it at 1 bar, which is probably like 10% or so lower. You don't want it to be lower because if you got it lower than that, you're gonna ruin the battery as it's sitting there being stored away. So when you're gonna store it away, you want it right around like 15% to about 80-85% charged. 15 to 85% charged. 85 to 100% charged, you're looking at the danger side. Because if you put it away or store it away at fully charged, you might be thinking you're doing yourself a good thing, like keep it fully charged and it won't die and then better for next time. But if you have it fully charged at 100% and you're not using it, you're gonna damage the battery as it's sitting there. As the battery being stored, you want it probably right around 15% to 80-85% charged. No higher, no lower. And that's why, I don't know if you buy, when you buy cell phones or any kind of battery operated stuff, you got to charge the battery. And that's the reason why you got to charge the battery. Because they got it undercharged, which is usually undercharged, but if you got it lower than they recommend, you're going to ruin your battery. If you got it higher than they recommend, you're going to ruin the battery. So while it's sitting at the store, fully charged, if they have it fully charged at the store and it takes 6 months, a year to sell it, that battery life is getting ruined because you got it charged 100%. You never want to charge 100% if it's sitting around. If it's sitting around, don't think you're doing yourself a favor by charging them all up and putting them away for next time use because you're actually killing your lifespan on the battery. Make sure you got it probably about, I'll say about 15%, probably lower, higher, I don't know. I'll say about 15% to 80%. Keep it right around there charged if you're storing it. No higher, no lower, because you'll kill the lifespan on the battery and you're gonna have to get a new battery. Of course, these are under warranty when you buy them, but there's no need to kill your battery if you don't have to. You gotta know what you're doing. Your battery, pay attention to it. Most people don't read manuals, nothing like that, so they don't know they're messing with the battery. They're thinking, well, it's fully charged, it's good for next time to go, it's gonna be ready to go. But if you're not using it much and it's sitting around for a long time, you go to use it, you're actually damaging your battery. Remember that. That's some good advice to give you. That's why I want to give you that advice. Alright, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I have some more videos on some other stuff. Loading the string, which actually you already seen there, but I'll make a separate video on loading the string. I don't know if you got a good look when I was loading there when all that string was jammed up in there. Alright, later. Subscribe, give me a like if I gave you some good advice here. You can check out, we got more videos here, more videos right there. You can subscribe right there and keep a lookout. I got more videos coming out on this weed eater. I got still got more weed eater videos coming out on the steel weed eater.